What is going on, beautiful people? I am Lee Hammock, the diagnosed self-aware narcissist known as mental illness, and welcome to another episode of A Narcissist Explains. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about how some narcissists and toxic people will use your deepest, darkest secrets against you, to hurt you, to harm you, and to make you feel irrelevant and to devalue you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Like and subscribe for more. I know we only known each other for 2 weeks, but I'm really starting to, I think I love you. Wow. You love me? Yeah, I'm embarrassed. When you know, you know. Well, I don't know what to say. You don't have to say it back, but how about this? How about you tell me your biggest fear? What triggers you? That's a little strange, I guess, but I'm so terrified of Batman. Batman, huh? That's strange. I know it's strange, but I don't like Batman. What's your biggest fear? I'm not really scared of anything, but I'll make sure Batman always stays away from you, okay? Okay. 3 months into the relationship, after an argument. Oh my God, you really hurt my feelings when you said that to me. Your feelings, you're way too sensitive. But guess what? I'm not sensitive, but what? Boo! Ah, Batman, you promised you'd never do that to me. Well, guess what? I lied. I'll never trust you again. Batman. Got the Batman mask on, y'all. Y'all see how it goes with Batman. And things and such, y'all. So if you're dealing with narcissistic people, toxic people, that you understand that it's kind of like, this is what I call the Miranda rights of narcissism, the Miranda rights of toxic people, of the Miranda rights of toxic relationships in general. Like anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of narcissism. It can and will be used against you later on in some way, shape, or form. It absolutely will. You have to be wary. You have to understand that that's how it goes when you're dealing with people like this. It just is. Like, you see their relationship right there at the beginning, they'll want you to trust them. Hey, I know we just meet each other. Let's do something new. Let's share some trauma let's trauma dump on each other. You mean let's trauma dump. Let's just trauma dump at each other. You go first. You'll share some kind of deep, dark trauma with them, and they'll share some kind of minute trauma. Like, I had some emotional trauma. Like, there was a little boy that stepped on my foot, and I've always had problems with my feet ever since. You'll share some horrible stuff that happened to you. You know what I mean? It's never going to be equal give and take in these toxic relationships. Or they'll tell you something dark, deep and dark, and they'll lie about it. They'll lie about some trauma that they've experienced and things of that nature. So they promise not to use it against you. They just want you to share some trauma so that you can trust them, because they won't use it against you later on. I'll be damned, because generally when people will say, I know a lot of people want to vibe with this, because the stuff that you shared with them early in a relationship, or not even early on, it's going to come up again. It is not going to come up under the best of context. It's not going to come up under the best of reasons. It's not going to come up under the best. It's not going to come up under the best, the best scope. I'm just telling you, it's going to come up in times when y'all are arguing, and times when you're fussing and fighting, times where you're actually trying to hold them accountable, and you actually have a point, and you might get ready to win an argument. They pull out the trap card. If you're playing spades, this is the big joker. Or this is a royal flush. I don't know I don't play poker. I know royal flush is good though. Straight flush, whatever. Well, drop the bottle. This is the royal flush. This is the big joker in spades. They'll pull it out on you, and they'll just hit you with it. They'll use your trauma, they'll weaponize your trauma and hit you over the head with it. That's why your mom used to beat your ass. And you'd be like, you said you would never bring that up. Well, you deserved it. You made me bring it up. You hurt my feelings, I decided to hurt yours. You deserve, your mom was right. Your mom was absolutely right for beating your ass. You deserve every lick she gave you. And then you'll be like, no. And then you'll stop. See, when they start doing stuff like that, you'll shut down. And you'll stop sharing stuff with them. And that right there will come back to haunt you as well, because then they start because if you stay with them, then they'll start to say, like, you don't talk to me. We don't talk anymore. We don't have any kind of deep conversations anymore. And you're just like, because when I have a deep conversation, everything I tell you comes up later on in an argument. No, it doesn't. It doesn't come up later on in an argument. And if it does, it's because you make me use it. You make me bring it up. Narcissistic people, toxic people will absolutely weaponize the things that they've done against you. They just will. Narcissistic, toxic people will absolutely weaponize the things that they've been through, the things that they've seen, the things that they've done and heard, and things like that. They'll do that. They'll use their stuff against you, y'all. They just will. This is not some out of nowhere occurrence. This happens absolutely all the time. This is not some just, oh, this happened just to me. Nope. So many people will understand this video, and so many people will vibe with this video. Just leave a comment, like leave a what's an emoji we can leave? Leave a bat emoji, because we use the Batman. If you agree with the sentiment that narcissistic people, toxic people will use your trauma, use the bad things that have happened to you against you later on in a relationship in retaliation, because you're trying to hold them accountable, or they're trying to hold them accountable, or shame them, or you hurt their ego. Leave a bat emoji in the comment section. That's all you gotta leave. All you gotta do is leave a bat. Just leave a bat, like the little, not a baseball bat, like a flying bat. Leave a bat in the comment section, just so everybody can see how many bats there are. It's like, oh, I'm not alone. They'll leave a bat too. Just leave a bat, y'all, because that'll help people understand the dynamic that they're not alone. Because, like I tell these people all the time, that healing, there's community in healing. There's healing. There's the community can help you heal damn near faster than anything else. So you have to empower yourself. You have to be as strong as possible when you're dealing with narcissistic people, toxic people. You just have to, So I'll say this to people all the time. You have to empower you. You have to, because who else is going to empower you, y'all? Who else is going to empower you like that? Nobody else is going to be. That's what I said. Take time, make people earn your information, because toxic people will absolutely use this stuff against you and burn you to a crisp. They absolutely will, y'all. They absolutely will use this stuff against you, hurt your feelings, break your heart later on in a relationship, because they feel like you've done them wrong. They feel like a lot of times they're going to feel like they're justified. They're going to feel like, well, you hurt my feelings, so here's your surprise right here. Trauma. Be careful who you share your trauma with. And the first time that they use something horrible against you, the first time they say you deserve what happened to you in your childhood, you gotta, I don't know what position you're in. The first time they do that, if you have the ability to leave this person, I feel like you should leave this person, because it's going to get worse. Because think about it. They've been harboring that. They said you deserve something horrible to happen to you in your childhood. Some kind of DV, some kind of SA, some kind of horrible things that happened to you in your childhood that you couldn't control, or in your adulthood. It doesn't have to be childhood. This could be something that happened to you in your adulthood in a previous relationship. You might have had a DV incident in your previous relationship. They say, you deserve that. I see why your ex-girlfriend hit you across the head with that baseball bat, because you deserved it. I see why your ex-husband punched you in your mouth, because you deserve it. I'm just telling you, some kind of traumatic experience that you share with them is going to come up later on. It's almost impossible for it not to, y'all. I'm just being realistic with you. But anyways, y'all, thank y'all for tuning in to another episode. I truly appreciate every single one of y'all, because as much as y'all say y'all learn from me, I promise you, I'll learn even more from you. Thank y'all for tuning in. Like and subscribe for more. And as always, mental healness is out. Peace.